Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but you guys know what time it is. We're going to be discussing everything Bonk token, see what is happening with the price, and of course what we could be expecting as we do go further into the month of March. And speaking about the month of March, it seems to be like an insane month for meme coins. So especially if you have Bonk in your portfolio and you've been picking up Bonk throughout the last 3 months, I'm sure you are smiling right now, to say the least. But if we're looking at majority of the markets today, the market is looking absolutely amazing. Yes, we are seeing a handful of coins here and there that are in the red, but the reason as to why this is the case is because of course we see Bitcoin pushing towards a new yearly high. We're very close towards all-time high, could potentially even see an all-time high tomorrow, which is absolutely crazy to even think about. But as far as Bonk is concerned, it's up 2.4%. It's a little inaccurate here, but if you were to kind of take a look at it, Bonk is up 5.9% over the past 24 hours, and yet again it was able to hit a new all-time high. We still have about 4 zeros in front of the price, currently sitting at 35.61, and we're also up 1% in Bitcoin comparative over the past 24 hours. Now, if we're looking at its market valuation, it's currently sitting at $2.3 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at 1.7 billion. So that is looking absolutely insane. But before we go into it any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So of course, people want to make the comparison between Bonk and Pepe, and you should be making a comparison with Bonk and Pepe. The reason as to why I say this is because both of these meme coins are around the same time. They came around the same time, and it's really a battle now to see which one is going to come at the top. If you've been following me on my channel, I personally think in terms of long term, I think Bonk will outpace Pepe. Reason as to why I think that is the case is because of course, as I've said thousands of times already, the team is better than Pepe's team, and number two, they give away a lot of coins to the community members that actually support the project. So they're actually giving back, which is a beautiful thing in my opinion. But of course, you can make the same thing about Pepe. How the new Pepe team came out and has burned about $8 million worth of Pepe a few months back. You can make that statement as well, and you guys know I keep it neutral. But overall, in terms of engagement and the way to interact with your community and actually bringing utility, I think Bonk has the edge against it. But also people come out and say that Pepe is a fraud coin. We've never really seen a fraud coin actually making up into the absolute crazy high. So we could potentially see it from that point of view, and I understand where people are coming from, but I still think in terms of focusing on what's really happening, I think Bonk does have the edge against it. But if you like both, let's say you still like both, then what I would recommend is obviously picking up both and adding it into your portfolio. So this is what I want to tell you guys, especially to the newcomers coming into the space, and you really want to hear this very carefully. As you guys know, both at the end of the day, both are meme coins, right? And it's really important to understand what meme coins are and the risk associated with meme coins. So in the case of Pepe and Bonk, let's say you have done your due diligence and research, and you think you have about $100 that you want to put in, that you are willing to afford to lose. Then what I would recommend is, rather than putting it to one, I would split it into both of them. So that way you have exposure to both. So I think that's the best way to go about. But in terms of longevity, in terms of a project that actually I think does have the capability of pulling what Shiba Inu did in terms of the crazy price movement, I still think Bonk has the potential to do that. And as of now, just based off of Pepe at $3 billion market cap, you don't want to underestimate the fact that there are whales that understand that Pepe is able to do this. Why wouldn't Bonk? So we could potentially see Bonk going even higher, and I could see it touching $3+ billion market cap. But again, that's my own personal opinion. Only time is going to tell. But if you're looking at BTC dominance, you can see pretty much Bitcoin dominance is going down over the past few hours. And if you're looking at BTC, guys, this is something worthwhile noting. Bitcoin made its way all the way up to $68,600, which is literally so close, about 0.5% away from an all-time high. And like I said, I think when we wake up tomorrow, we could be sitting at an all-time high, which will break the internet. It's already breaking the internet, but I think that would just completely shatter the internet for real. And yeah, that is going to be really nice to see. But if you're looking at Bonk right now, you're seeing a little bit of a pullback. And over the past few days, you haven't really seen that pullback occurring. And what you're seeing is we did see Bonk making our way all the way up to 47.63. So that was its all-time high, which was just a few hours ago. But since then, we did see a retracement of about 27%. And where we're being supported by is our previous all-time high. You can see this for yourself. That exact all-time high back in December, that exact same level is now coming in our way and supporting us as a level of support, and that's where the price is currently sitting at. So let's actually look at it from this point of view. First, what I want you guys to take a look at is from February 24th, we did see Bonk go up 312%. So after a 312% move, it's only right that we do see a little bit of a pullback. But you guys might be asking, why is Pepe not seeing that type of move? Why is Pepe holding better compared to Bonk? And again, it depends. There could be more manipulation going on either side. I personally think Pepe does have a lot of momentum right now because it broke out of some key levels, and the way it's holding and the way the volume is right now, we're looking at 4 billion. Just look at it, $4 billion in terms of volume. And also on top of that, when you need to realize is there are people, there might be someone that picked up Bonk in a massive chunks that wanted to lock in some profits. As the market kind of corrected, maybe we did see some stop losses being hit, which kind of impacted the price to retrace a little bit. So we need to keep these factors in mind, and this is why it's so important to lock these profits in when you see these profits. You don't want to be rethinking it in the future. Let's say we do see Bitcoin see a massive flash crash, and speaking about flash crashes, that do tend to happen. What if Bitcoin were to retest the 60K support line after we do retest an all-time high? What if we have a double top, get rejected and pull back down to 60K? That is going to impact Bonk's price along with Pepe, along with everything. But I think what's happening with Pepe right now is it's reaching a level where I personally would be out because we're getting into territory of some big projects. You can pretty much see this for yourself. We're right behind Theta Network. We're right behind OKB, VeChain, and it has pumped up a lot. If you want to look into numbers, how much Pepe has pumped up, you can see this for yourself. 700% in the last 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks. So it's about time, I think, we do start seeing a little bit of a cool off. But in terms of comparing it with Bonk, I still think Bonk has more potential to pull towards the upside and actually get to this $3 billion market cap as well. But I think we're reaching that point where you gotta be very, very careful as to where you're entering. But of course, if you're entering for the long term, you don't really care, and you still want to get exposure. At the end of the day, you guys do what works for you, but you need to realize how much these projects have pumped up. But in comparison to Bonk, Bonk is only up 229%, and yes, it is good to compare the two because, like I said, both of them are very, very similar in terms of what they are. They're meme coins, and but it's all speculation at the end of the day. I still think we do have more upside left in Bonk, but again, do be very careful and see how that plays out. Of course, time is going to tell at the end of the day. But if it's able to hold the support line, I do think that we will see a push again in the next few hours ahead of us. But if it's able to lose this support line, then we could potentially go all the way down to 29.2 level for the price of Bonk, and that's something I want you guys to keep in mind. But let me know down below what you guys personally think. Thank you so much for your support. See you tomorrow. Been Crypto ZX, and peace out.